People always want to know, where did you get the idea for a book? And I used to have an easy answer to that. It always, for me, started with a place, either Los Alamos or Berlin after the war. But the more I write, the more I come to believe that one book just simply suggests another, and one idea leads to another. In that sense, I think Stardust is a follow-up to The Good German. In The Good German, I had written about Berlin right after the war, about a society utterly destroyed at ground zero. And I thought, what happened to the people who were lucky enough to get out? What about the members of the extraordinary intellectual diaspora that was the one Nazi gift to America? And what struck me as interesting was the collision of culture that must have happened. These were people who often, quite literally, were just steps away from having been arrested by the Gestapo, who were facing death in camps, and who now suddenly find themselves in this almost surreal atmosphere of palm trees and teenagers in cashmere sweaters and milkshakes, and a city utterly indifferent to what they had come to, a place that even most Americans at that time considered insubstantial or at least exotic. I thought, what happens when these two worlds collide? In Hollywood, what we have is an industry absolutely at its peak. It will never be this great or as important again. And it seemed to me that within 10 years it all fell apart. It's very difficult for us now to understand the real impact or the role in American life that Hollywood had in 1945. The average weekly attendance in 45-46 was 85 to 90 million people. This is in a general population of under 200 million. This is extraordinary. This means that people are going to the movies all the time. People felt on intimate terms with the stars. And in 1945, they felt particularly warm to them because everyone had just come through the war. Hollywood was perceived as one of the patriotic industries, one of the industries that had won the war for us. And what it meant was that the movie studios were able to think, this is going to go on forever. We are always going to be on the top of the world. They didn't. And how this great position was attacked by people, squandered by themselves, and just led into the kind of moral compromise that assaults us all, was, I think, what Hollywood would call the backstory to Stardust.